Hi everyone, you might be wondering, what's faster, a K-1 fiancé visa or a marriage-based green card? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be answering that question. And you might be surprised by the answer, so make sure to stick around. Hi everyone, my name is Michael Ashuri, and I'm a U.S. immigration lawyer based in Los Angeles, California. At my law firm, we like to put out videos to help you better understand U.S. immigration law and to put out different information on various tips and updates with immigration news. So if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and to get subscribed right away. So as I mentioned, in today's video, I'm going to be answering the question, what's faster, a K-1 fiancé visa or a marriage-based green card? That they're both faster in different ways. So you might be confused, but don't worry because we're going to explain in this video. So let's get started. Let's first start off by defining these two terms, K-1 fiancé visa and marriage-based green card. So a K-1 fiancé visa is a special visa that a U.S. citizen can petition with USCIS to get a visa for their fiancé that's outside of the United States. And again, that fiancé that's outside of the United States can get the K-1 fiancé visa to enter the United States. And once the fiancé enters the United States, the couple can then get married. And then once the couple is married, then the fiancé that entered on the K-1 fiancé visa can apply for their green card through a process called an adjustment of status. That's a big picture overview of the K-1 fiancé visa process. A marriage-based green card is different from a K-1 fiancé visa. The way a marriage-based green card works is that, first and foremost, the couple must already be married. And once the couple is married, the U.S. citizen or the lawful permanent resident can file an immigrant petition on behalf of their spouse. And along with that immigrant petition, they include various documents evidencing that they're in a bona fide marriage. And if the spouse is in the United States, then they will likely do an adjustment of status. And if they're outside of the United States, then they will likely apply for their immigrant visa at the appropriate time. Again, that's a big picture overview of a marriage-based green card. So now let's get into the question of today's video, which is, which one is faster? So to answer this question properly, I want to set up the correct hypothetical scenario. So in the case of a K-1 fiancé visa, let's assume that the petitioner is a U.S. citizen and that their fiancé is outside of the United States. Similarly, in the context of a marriage-based green card, let's assume that the petitioner is a U.S. citizen and their spouse is outside of the United States and will therefore be required to do immigrant visa processing. So with that framework, let's explain the answer. As we discussed, the K-1 fiancé visa is an option which allows the U.S. citizen to file a petition with USCIS. This petition is called the Form I-129F. And once that petition gets approved, then the foreign fiancé can apply for their K-1 fiancé visa to enter the United States. Let's contrast that with the marriage-based green card. With the marriage-based green card, the U.S. petitioner has to file a Form I-130. And once the I-130 is approved, then the foreign spouse can apply for their immigrant visa to enter the United States. So generally speaking, the I-129F, the form that's required for the K-1 fiancé visa, generally processes faster than the I-130. So again, generally speaking, the I-129F processes faster. As a result, in these two scenarios, it's generally faster for the person that's applying for a K-1 fiancé visa to enter the United States. So again, in these two scenarios, the option that allows somebody to come to the United States faster is, generally speaking, the K-1 fiancé visa. However, you might be wondering, which option is faster at getting the person the green card? And that's where things change a little bit. So again, as we talked about earlier in this video, the general overview of the K-1 fiancé visa is that the couple is not yet married, the fiancé applies for their visa to come to the United States, and then once in the United States, the couple gets married, and the foreign fiancé can apply for their green card. As you can see, there's a number of different steps in that equation. The U.S. citizen has to file a petition with USCIS. The petition has to get approved. Then the fiancé can apply for their visa. Then the fiancé gets their visa approved, comes to the United States. The couple gets married. and the fiance then applies for their green card through the adjustment of status process. So there's a lot of different steps there. Let's contrast that yet again with the marriage-based green card process, which is a little bit different. In this marriage-based green card process, the couple is already married. So the US citizen files the form I-130. Once the I-130 is approved, then the foreign spouse applies for their immigrant visa and enters the United States. And upon their initial admission to the United States, they become a green card holder. They become a lawful permanent resident. And depending on the situation, they may either be a conditional green card holder or a normal 10-year green card holder. So as you can see, the marriage-based green card process has less steps involved. So it's actually faster for somebody to get their green card and become a lawful permanent resident through the marriage-based green card process. Again, generally speaking, compared to a K-1 fiancé visa. So I hope that wasn't too confusing. I hope that you got some of the main takeaways from this video, but just to reiterate, the K-1 fiancé visa is faster, generally speaking, for somebody to enter the United States, whereas the marriage-based green card process is generally faster for somebody to actually obtain their lawful permanent resident status and to get their green card. So again, hope you got some value from this video. Hope you like this information. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share this video with anybody that could benefit from this information. At our firm, we're all about empowering you with knowledge, teaching you about immigration laws, and helping you better understand the immigration system. So if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. As always, thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you on the next one.